Right. Getting this all set up. Give me just a moment here. Hey, a pig steer. All right. It looks like everything is up and running, so I am glad. I remembered this time to hit the live button on YouTube so that hopefully we can get through this in one shot and not have to do a bunch of retakes. Welcome to Saturday Bonnet Reacts. We are live. I am grateful to everybody who bared with me last week because it's still a bunch of learning for me, but I'm excited about this. I had snow today. Luckily, it doesn't look like it's going to stick, but we went into town anyway just to be on the safe side, picked up some extra groceries and supplies. Sorry, y'all, but we don't do grocery hauls here because I find them very boring. We just filled up the deep freezer and stuff. And I found some of those Dolly Parton brownies, so I'm going to try to bake one of those later. And other than that, it was just a good day. Cats are happy, kiddos happy, Axiom's at work. I know he was looking forward to remote from remote to on-site so that maybe he could get the weekends, but it's fine. It gives me time to do this without having to cut into him and not my time. So I am going to get ready to get things fired up. Welcome, Spooky Von Sweets. Pix, Mudslicker, Beans, thank you all so much for being here with me. I really do look forward to doing these now. Chantal has been exhausting my soul. So instead of constantly making calling out the Heffa videos, because I know the chick needs money and she loves it when we reaction channels give her views and attention, I am going to do this on Saturdays. I am going to take some of my favorite editors and just amplify her fuck shit and give my commentary on it because I do not want to give that Heffa direct views. Uh-oh. Let me fix that. Uh-oh. Give me just a moment, y'all. I thought, okay. Can you hear me now? I just want to make sure I'm coming through. I just hit start live on both so I can make sure that I'm coming through. Okay. Y'all just let me know if the sound's not right. Okay, good, good. I had to make sure I hit everything. I didn't want to get started before we got everybody could hear. No, I think it's because for some reason on OBS I had to hit go live again. So hopefully now everything's good. Thank y'all. But as I was saying, I decided for my soul and my brain space to not cover the Heffa as much as I was. As much as I love calling out the Heffa, and I might do a special every once in a while, I do not want to keep giving that Heffa attention. And in fact, I like reacting to people who would condense or fuck shit down. That way I don't give her direct views as it is. Because we all know this whole week has been just her trying to craft drama so that she can make money for the next visa run, right? We're all on the same page. And it's okay. I'm glad. Let me know when the sound's out because I just want these streams to be fun and I want you to be able to hear me. I do not mind. I just feel like with Chantal especially, she gets on my nerves. And let me make sure that the chat is showing up in this too. Okay, YouTube chat, properties. Get this out there. Because I want y'all's witty banter showing up on the live as well. And like I said, I love OBS. It really does. There we go. Transition this over. And now the live chat is showing as well. I don't know all the fancy ways to make it transparent yet, but I'm learning, y'all. I just want to be able to do these at least once a week. And with my partner right now, he's using the front office for his remote tech job. So this is the one day that I know I can do these call outs and fun and just do like a little bit of the funky side of YouTube and the fresh side without cutting into his time and without cutting into our time together. So I'm excited about that. And IBF. I have to deal with it. Welcome, Capricorn NJ. Got my new okay whatever dum dum mugs ready and available too. I am so excited because I will be sipping from this dealing with Chantel stuff. And yes, I know Heffa already had both a grocery haul and then went back to ordering out. She's a mess. She stays on that cycle. But I'm going to get ready to fire up Piggy. I got 2 Piggy edits because they are amazing with condensing down Chantel's fuck shit. And I'm just going to react to it because calling out this heifer is fun for me. Let's see. Let's get this fired up. I am very mean, and I am glad that people don't mind how mean I can get with the heifer. I
Barbara
think
Smith,
YouTube...
are you saying that only people who
Let me pause this for a moment because she's going to say some stupid shit. I think YouTube really wants us to be more family friendly so that you can get advertisers. And that's why YouTube for me is always just going to be some side fun. I would much rather write and make my coins that way because trying to make this lucrative and tone my personality down isn't going to work. I just don't think you should have to filter yourself when you're calling out fuck shit. So I just say, if you just want to do it every once in a while, there's plenty of ways to react and have fun. I think that's the fun thing about YouTube. So far, they haven't restricted. And Twitch lets you just go all out. As long as you don't use copyrighted music, they don't care what you say on there. You just got to put it for adults only. So there are plenty of ways to stream and call this heifer out if you just want to get the poison out of your system. That's how I handle it. I definitely wanted to get the poison out of my system because watching her gives me hives.
Work, and actually I do work. It's mentally draining what I do. Hi, Sigmund.
She's already starting. She's already on my nerves. She works. She calls getting up and feeding herself work. She calls getting up and moving the pillows around so that we notice that they've been moved around work. Okay, heifer, whatever.
And just because I don't have kids doesn't mean I don't have other problems. I have a lot of health problems, and I have a lot
It
of
is
mental
hard
health
picks,
problems
for
that
real.
make me fatigued.
But calling this heifer out is like therapy for me, for real.
It's like only people who like go out and work and have kids can be tired. It's so weird.
Nobody said that. And she says, ma'am, you eat on camera for a living. Very little effort compared to most jobs. And you know what bothered me about that and why I picked this one to react to was the fact that she said, oh, it's only people with kids. No, there are plenty of hardworking people. A lot of my friends, especially, that don't have kids. It doesn't matter if you have kids or not. Compared to what you don't do in a day, Miss, I could sleep for 12 fucking hours. I have never had that luxury. I don't remember any time I wasn't sick that I was in bed for that long. And for the last almost 20 years, being a mom means you do not get sleep. But the fact that you're trying to compare yourself to those of us who hold down the fort, take care of our families, work, and you're saying that you feel like we say you're not allowed to be tired, you can be as tired as you want. We're allowed to say you're lazy because you don't do enough to really warrant being tired. For fuck's sake, she gets on my nerves with this.
What am I dealing with mentally? Well,
I love Gerbil. He is funny. I love his little potato icon too.
Makes you feel like you don't even want to get out of bed. Like you don't have the energy to even get out of bed, you know? People without kids get...
You need therapy. You struggle to get out of bed because you're trying so hard to prove to us haters that you're in a loving relationship. He's so supportive. You're happy in Kuwait. You don't even see Kuwait. But you're still miserable. It is not the environment. It is not the person you're using. It is you. And until you're willing to work on yourself, you're never going to change. It really is that simple. I say that as somebody who's diagnosed with mental health issues, unlike you, Heifer. I'm saying that as somebody who realized that having a support system wouldn't just be enough. You need therapy and psychotherapy. I have a great psychiatrist. It is good to get stuff out to somebody who's impartial and neutral. But you won't do that because you don't want to face your demons because you are your own biggest demon.
Tired too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know? And you don't know what I do all day. You don't know like what
I
with,
love that. Callie don't want to hear about Chantal.
Goodbye,
She don't like cat abusers.
I do take antidepressants, yeah.
No.
I have seen many
If you do, that means Salah's sister is just slipping you some. How you taking antidepressants without going to an actual therapist or psychiatrist? She lies so much. It's like breathing to her. I do not understand. And see, this is how I know she's not getting help because, yeah, sometimes they'll give you like trazodone and Seroquel and stuff to help you sleep. But a lot of times you're not offered just antidepressants right off the bat. They want to monitor and see what works for you because a lot of times your mood shift when you don't get enough sleep. But you're sleeping 13 fucking hours a day. You don't need antidepressants. You need a life. Because if you had a life, maybe you find it worth fighting for instead of just giving up and being in bed all day.
Therapist before. The emojis. I gotta make
He really
more.
is. He's funny.
I just never feel like doing anything that I have to do. I only feel like I can like barely survive doing the bare minimum. Like,
wow.
You know, it's so draining, like just maintaining the home and then having to do like content and keeping up with, you know, family and just...
What family? You mean the cat and the hamster?
It's just draining lately. I go through phases. I go through phases where I feel like being more productive and then when I just feel...
It's called manic. You're going through a manic mood. You're in the manic down right now, but when you're with your food you like, especially ordering up, I notice you get that manic up. You're not diagnosed, so I'm just saying what I go through. I use my manic ups to write. I use my manic ups to clean. I use my manic ups to just be generally more friendly towards people because I'm also an introvert. But when I'm in the manic low, I don't deal with anybody or anything. I'm not going to stay in bed because routine really does help you power through it. But there is absolutely no freaking way I'm going to sit on my butt wallowing in a sack of pity like this heifer. None.
I feel like I can't do anything.
She can't. She's in full Delulu land.
No, he has 3 apartments. 1 for each wife.
We know it's a joke.
So I can play Sims
but we know he don't live with you either.
Yeah, maybe we can make the 3 apartments. Yes.
You can't afford 3 apartments, you broke bitch.
No, I'm not his only wife. Did you just wake up before your meal?
That
no,
side look knows. That's how we know she's lying.
I had depression. It's horrible. Yeah. Barbara, you see like 25 minutes or an hour of my day. That's all you see.
The rest of your day is sleeping. Why would you want, why would we, I mean, there are Twitch streams that are bed cams, not to give her any ideas because ew, but you don't do anything. So why would we want to see more than 25 minutes of your day? Because all it is you complaining or eating. There's no ins, ands, or in-betweens. Every once in a while, you pay Scatman to take you outside for a few minutes where you huff, puff, and waddle, but you don't do anything. So why the fuck do you act like we would want to see more than 25 minutes of your boring-ass life? Like, be for real.
You don't see a lot of things I deal with every day.
Oh, poor you, tiny violin.
No, we don't all live together. But anyways, Alyssa, if I did, what's the big deal?
It would probably be more interesting than this boring shit. Of course she doesn't want to walk. I walked fine today. It was great.
Scrolling TikTok. Blah. I find like my medication, my antidepressants make me feel that way. They make me feel like...
This lemon tea is going to help you power through this fuck shit.
I have like a calm mood. Babe, do you want 712? I want 7-Eleven, babe. I could go for one of the teas. Remember? Oh, that's had too much sugar. I probably
you don't have to get the ones with sugar, you greedy heifer.
Doesn't mean I had just like people think that just like I haven't changed at all just because of like certain things like.
Where has she changed though? She just moved location. She's still eating, still wallowing in pity. No friends. Don't go out. Makes excuses. Keeps her house dirty. Like, I'm trying. Hey, tragically, Beans dear, it's good to see you, honey. The fact that she tries to say, I can't believe people haven't seen changes. We did see the change. You gained 150 extra pounds that you say that you didn't. You think putting that Temu table and holding the camera up above you, I know that trick. All of us big girls have used that trick. But you're trying to say that you're smaller than a lot of these heifers you call out, and ma'am, no. You are definitely 450 pounds, if not more. And I don't know who you're thinking you're fooling or hurting with this. You're only hurting yourself. Look at the model. Look at the rosacea. I'm not saying I don't break out too. I'm literally menstruating right now. I get pimples like a motherfucker. I'm almost 50 years old and I still get acne when I menstruate. But this shit, this model look, this I'm gonna go natural because 10 goes natural. I know you watch me, bitch. I know I'm not big on putting makeup on my face. Because a lot of stuff breaks me out, but you could never. There's a difference between somebody who's lived a clean life, with the exception of when I used to binge and purge, and somebody like you who's done everything in the fucking book, trying to be the cool kid, and you never will. You'll never get to sit with us.
Or like I'm still eating.
And I'm
children
not
or
saying
whatever.
I'm cool
Eating,
either.
like that's nothing to do with your character, you know.
You have no
Yeah, I'm
character.
just like right now I don't care, you know. I go through phases
I
of
love
like
that
apathy
this
of not
is
caring
speed up.
about like I just don't want to even think about like food, you know, or I don't know.
Lie.
Like I mean like food as in like eating healthy. You have to work it out mentally first, and I struggle every day mentally. It's exhausting. Like
She doesn't want to think about healthy foods. Healthy foods taste good. But she doesn't want to think about that because to eat healthy foods takes discipline, work, takes learning how to cook to make them taste better. Heffa doesn't like to work. Heffa doesn't like to put in effort. But she loves to compare herself to people who do. Like I said, I was 512 pounds at my worst. I am getting closer to my goal weight day by day, walk by walk, pound by pound, shedding off, eating right and taking my time, making sure that what I eat doesn't put on too much weight because of calories. It is a lifestyle change, but it's worth it to still be here, especially if you have stuff worth living for. We already know this heifer doesn't.
thinking of like what I should do, how I should do it.
Exactly.
I can wear wigs, but like under hijab.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Who cares if you
My
wear
goal
wigs?
is just to become a better Muslim and
Good luck with that.
growing closer and closer to God and becoming healthy to a point where I can help other people in life and like travel. That's what I see. That's what I want for my future. I want to escape being a slave to the pleasures of this life, of this earth, and thinking of the afterlife and the real
Oh
meaning
my
of what
gosh,
it is to be
exactly.
here. World, like Islam has taught me, like it's opened my eyes to how many earthly temptations and pleasures we have that are not good for us. And
Exactly.
they
She
keep
partakes
us,
in them
like,
all.
Like it's weird to me that like if I think of like people I know in my life, they don't even like acknowledge the existence of God at all, like on a daily basis.
I thought the only people
it's
you
weird
know in your life are Salah and your hamster and your cat. You're not talking to those of us who watch you, are you? Are you talking about your beezers, maybe? Because if you're trying to act like you know the religion and faith path of everybody who watches you, that's not only egotistical, but it's ignorant. You are a very ignorant heifer.
Me, I don't know. I want to like start
she's
really
the
just
most
being more
pious,
conscious
she's the
of
most
things
prettiest,
that really
she's the
matter
most
and that are
this
gonna
and that.
matter.
Bullshit.
You know,
exactly.
Like,
blah, 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 blah,
material
blah.
things don't matter. But like the one thing I struggle with definitely is like shisha and overindulging in food. It's not good.
The only truth out of her mouth.
Brooke, why
And
can't my husband
drugs.
be in my own chat? Like if you have a problem with it, why don't you just get lost? Like,
But she accuses others of only wanting a hug box. Agree with her, pat her on the ass, slap her on the head, or vice versa, and she's happy. But anybody who tells her you need to do better, oh, you don't agree with me, you gotta leave. I only want. I can't wait till she does her first members only and realizes that nobody wants to pay her to really sit in. And those who got gifted subs that are trolls are just gonna snipe so that heifers like me don't ever have to give you direct coins.
he's allowed to be in my chat. Like what the heck kind of weird question is that?
I mean, my man's in my
What I
chat
mean by
too,
things
but my
that
man
really matter are
didn't
things
threaten
like,
to grape somebody on the Bible and a
after this
cross and
life,
poop
like,
on them.
I don't
I'm
know,
just
do people
saying,
actually think that
nasty.
this is it? There's like no point to life. It's just to
Exactly.
live and consume
Binging
and, enjoy
and doing
like,
all
I don't
this
know.
shit.
I think we can enjoy the pleasures of life, but not to the point where it causes us to become addicted and
Shut
and
up.
which is, a lot of things are tempting like that in life. It's hard to avoid.
This is why I only go once a week now.
You don't need religion to be moral
She's
and
so
just,
full of
but
carbs
it's
and
definitely
lies.
a good guide. When I reverted, I stopped so many things and my life becomes so much clearer. Yeah, don't you feel more
Your
isolated?
beezers
too?
are
Because, like,
liars.
I feel like when you try to go on like a more righteous path and avoid
A more
lot
what?
of things that you shouldn't be doing, you find like you feel more like you're closer to God but more further away from like people. It's weird to I don't know how to explain it.
You're further away from people because you use and manipulate your friends, your family, and anybody who even tries to remotely help you. It has nothing to do with God. A lot of us are on a spiritual path, whether we are Christian, Muslim, Jewish, pagan like myself. Whether we are atheists, we have our own paths to lead. And nothing gets you far away from people unless you want to be far away from people. But the fact that you don't bathe, the fact that you're selfish, the fact that you binge eat, probably does make you more self-aware and unable to socially adapt to shit. But don't use God or any deity to make excuses for why you're an unsociable, uncultured heifer. For real.
Imagine if I'm not in the chat, they say, why is he not in the chat? And if I'm
exactly,
in the chat, they say, why is he in the chat?
Our Lady of Perpetual Victimhood.
Yeah, there's
and
a
her
lot of
scat
people
man.
who don't approve of me being in a relationship with you, but that's just
we
tough.
don't
That's
care
my
about your relationship. It's
life.
boring.
You know, like as if I'm gonna live my life how people want me. I never used to.
We don't care. We know we don't dictate you. If we did, you'd be skinny or at least not trying to eat yourself to losing a limb. We don't care about the men you pick either. Most are either uninterested or not interested in you. We're just here to see how this carnival burns down, heifer. The fact that you think we care if you dumb scat man, I'm hoping he bleeds you dry till you have not even a nickel to rub together. Because you deserve each other as far as I'm concerned. There, that's Tim's blessing. I hope you stay together till the wheels fall off, because you're pretty close to them wheels falling off.
To be religious, like...
No one cares about your religious.
Yeah. What I like about Islam too is that they acknowledge the progression of creation, you know? Like they don't ignore the evolution on a whole. Like
you're never gonna evolve. And I say this as somebody literally writing about human evolution. It's what my sci-fi is based on, and I love it. But the fact of the fucking matter is, faith does not prevent evolution teaching unless they're those weird fundies. But the fact that she's like getting bits and pieces of this faith that she's cosplaying in, it's infuriating. She is literally trying to act smug about something she doesn't even take seriously. It's troubling.
The same as like maybe what like exactly like how science says it, but and they also respect other religions.
Shut up.
It's not as if they say like, okay, if you're Christian, you're gonna go to hell. No, you know, like
there are Christians that don't even believe in that.
Like religions right in the Quran, like Judaism, Christianity.
Shut up.
Take care of your own backyard and stay out of others' yard. Yeah,
my backyard's clean. You ain't got a backyard. All right, that was fun, but her smug wannabe like religious thing is already on my last nerves, and I'm not down for constant foodie fuck shit. So we're gonna go to Piggy's next edit because, like I said, Heffa only does two things: acting pug and smious, or smious pious, or eating. And this is her lies about being bullied. Because we know Our Lady of Perpetual Victimhood is always the victim, never the, bully, as she likes to call others. But it is hilarious. And Pix, I'm glad you're a humanist. I think that it's crazy that our world tries to shoebox beliefs and tell everybody how they should think, how they should feel. I believe as an eclectic pagan that there is no one spiritual path that works. I think it is what works for your individual soul, and our evolution will come from stop chaining people to such things. And welcome to the chat, Blondie. It's good to see you, dear. But we're going to fire up Piggy's next thing because this heifer was on some fuck shit about being bullied, and I just had to laugh at it because she's ridiculous. Oh, I didn't give a like. Good. Yeah, I didn't watch this one yet. I just knew that she condensed it down to 6 minutes. And if you haven't followed Piggy yet, please do. Best editor. Love her.
Well, hello. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another video. Today I have some
yeah, food you don't
stuff.
need.
I'm just making sure this one is. I need a bite. I'm so hungry.
And the edit, because I seen some of this at FFG's chat last night. I think it was last night or the night before. This whole week has been a blur for me, y'all. But she tried to lie and say one of them Substack sandwiches was for Salah. We know that's a lie. And like a lot of people said, even clearing a 6-inch can be hard on your stomach. I tend to get bowls a lot now, more than ever, because the extra carbs is just not needed. But she just can't help but lie. And it's just infuriating. She knows she ordered that stuff for her. She knows she's struggling in that gamer chair. And she knows that table ain't covering that gun to hers. And once again, I'd like to show you what weight loss risks look like. versus her who claims to be losing weight even though all she does is shovel food in her face. Okay, Heffa, whatever. Oh, God. Ugh. It's like a gross
My brain wouldn't even work.
Your brain never works.
I don't want chips, potatoes. I'll show you what I ate so.
I guarantee you. I would bet cash money them chips are underneath that table. Because she was playing Food Houdini all week. With extra pitas and other food under there. But now we're supposed to believe she didn't want chips. You couldn't afford chips then. Because you always get chips. At least 2 bags. And we know you got a backup sandwich to those sandwiches.
So far today. If I have to eat another
Hey, Brianna.
right now,
I'm glad you made it too, dear. Ooh. That looks nasty. I don't know what the heck to say to these breakfasts. Always with the bread, the cheese, the eggs. It looks like she made hash browns, and I guess she used some of the tomato. That don't look appealing at all, but I can tell you as somebody who I just got back into making breakfast and stuff in the morning from the hospital stays, I don't believe in overnight oats. I know some people swear by them, and I have mason jars. I tried to do it once. I'd rather just have a hot bowl of oatmeal. It's way easier. Hot bowl of oatmeal and banana gets me through. I don't understand why she needed all of this. And then she's eating the subs too. And she's trying to act like she just had a busy day, y'all, of sitting on her ass, watching reaction channels and searching out her name. The life, I guess. Not the life I want. That looks nasty.
I just like really was craving something takeout.
When is she not? When is she not craving food? Especially food prepared by other people that's not good for her. And it's soggy. Ooh,
I was reading
Spooky is the
these
best.
Reddit articles,
it just hits the spot in the
and
morning.
I went down a loophole, and one article led to another, as usual.
I heard from a little birdie that she was on Reddit trying to see how she could get her Syrian husband into Canada on a tourist visa even. And I'm here to remind you that I know how it is in the U.S. I can't speak for Canada and other countries, but because of the conflict in Syria and because she is trying to bring a full adult grown male in, a lot of Western countries have very harsh restrictions. It's not saying that it's fair, but after what happened in Boston especially, we are very tough here in the States about people from Syria and other countries that we've had conflicts with just coming over on any sort of visa. And I'm not sure if it's like that in Canada, but I don't think you're getting Scatman to Canada anytime soon. But I heard she dreams about that. Maybe in her dreams she can get him over there. Dreams ain't the same as filing that paperwork and explaining why he has a poop and grape fetish.
It's about, the article was about dumb things that people were bullied for.
Whatever.
In school. She was bullied for standing next to a tree, and they used to call her Tree Girl because of that.
I bet you called somebody Tree Girl. Ugh.
And it reminded me of like my own problems in elementary school of being bullied.
Aw,
Sure,
tiny
Jan.
violin.
One of them was because I used to wear these like matching jumpsuits from
I don't believe you.
Sears. Or a special occasion, I would always get gifted these hideous matching jumpsuits. Like,
You got clothes. You realize there are kids out there that didn't get stuff like that had to go without? I'm not one of them. I think one of the worst bullying I got, because besides being a little bit heavyset and being short and black, my mom decided right around the 5th grade to give up, no, I think it was, 6th grade actually, to give us the Jerry curl. I know some of you are old enough to remember the Jerry curl. And at that time, Coming to America had came out. We had to have activator. Our hair was constantly dripping. So you heard people call us the Drip Drip Sisters to me and my sisters. And then the Soul Glow song was constantly sung at us. It happened. You take it on the chin and you keep rolling with it. I will never fucking wear a Jerry curl again. But I'm sure that shit'll come back. It keeps trying to make a comeback. But I am always going to remember having to have Soul Glow sung at me and being called Drip Drip Girl. It is what it is. That is the only, like, real memory I have of that. Because a lot of times, people didn't bully me too hard, especially when I started swinging on people. But that Jerry curl shit, that shit was funny, though. Thinking back on it, oh my God, I laughed. The only thing I remember from elementary school was learning how to fight back. That was my first visceral memory. I had this girl that was constantly harassing me and other girls, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I learned then that most bullies, when you're willing to swing on them and fuck them up, they leave you alone. That's the only elementary school memory I kept core. And I will even admit that one of the characters in the story was named after my bully, just for some catharticism. Because that was the first real visceral time in my life that I had to deal with somebody literally trying to pick at me because they thought I was small and wouldn't fight back. And I taught myself that no, you always fight back.
It was purple. It had those straps at the bottom.
I like purple
to keep your
stuff.
pants on, I guess. I don't know what they were for. To keep your pants tucked into your shoes, I guess. Anyway, matching purple sweater.
I
and
like
it had like
purple.
little frilly bows on it.
You should have been grateful that you got.
And of course, I could never complain.
She's
Be
so
rude,
selfish.
you know?
Exactly, Steve Harvey.
I was actually taught to say thank you no matter what I received.
Sure, Jan.
So,
Wow.
no more clothes, thanks. I'm gonna get bullied.
It's all about her. Who cares if she's getting nice stuff? No wonder
I
her
remember
family
in
don't
grade
want
8,
her to come
I
back.
apparently looked like Ricky Lake. So that was my nickname, Ricky Lake. Also, like, I had different hairstyles. So that was when I had, like, shorter hair. When I had long hair
And my
bangs
hair is
straight across, they
definitely
called me
like
China.
I've been through
You
so much with
are
my
a
hair, and I'm
disrespectful
back to natural.
piece of shit.
That's why I keep my bonnet on a lot of times.
I'm honestly afraid to eat anything at this point because of how it affects my blood pressure, of how it affects my blood sugar levels.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. When you put too many things on your sub, it's
Oh Lord. She's like Kirby, and I know this is an edit, but ew.
of course being called welfare girl too.
You know, I'm gonna stop her right there because the whole saying you were being called welfare girl, unless you told people you on welfare, who the fuck would know? Now, when my mom decided she wanted to try to mom on her own and moved us girls out, yeah, we had to be on welfare for a bit. The old school welfare, there was no EBT back then. You had those fucking booklets with the ones that were in white, the 5s that were in blue, and I think it went up to like 10 and 20 denominations, depending on how much you got. And since she had 3 girls, we had to use those booklets. Now, being a Gen Xer, I used to have to go grocery shopping. It was embarrassing at first, having to take those booklets out, because at the Pathmark especially, they made you rip the money out yourself. So you had to rip out, and it looked like fucking Monopoly money. And a lot of stuff you had to buy with it were like the no frills and stuff. They had rules and restrictions even back then. And I would take my ass to the Pathmark to get food for us. And that was that. You know, you had to learn responsibility fucking early. So the fact that you were saying that somebody called you welfare girl, none of my friends see me shopping. A lot of them didn't have to do the grocery shopping for the house. So I don't understand why anybody would have known that Chantal was a welfare girl. You're a liar. With liabetus. Welcome, Fatty the Fed. Hey, Panda Pondu. It's good to see y'all
Last time I
both.
slept anyway.
I'm just like,
Where?
I don't understand why she lies about stuff like this. Nobody's pitying this heifer. Look at that. Oh, good Lord.
So Luck came for a visit to Canada.
Ain't happening, Heffa.
And I took him to my favorite restaurant.
For Pete's sake.
Saint-Hubert, one of them.
Always with food.
And yes, I know, I do dream about food a lot. And we're seated outside.
It's your only
It
real
starts
love.
to get cold. And we're seated kind of next to somebody. So I'm like, let's go inside. So we go inside and this waiter's like, oh sure, right this way. They seat us inside, but they seat us right in front of this elderly couple who are like,
Are you
really
jealous
close
because
to
you
us,
won't
like
get to
this.
be elderly? That sounds like jealousy. Woo.
To the area with booths because it's more empty, which is usually the other way around.
A booth, really?
And that makes sure the table can move.
Well,
And it
that
did,
makes
so-
sense because there's no way she's getting in the booth otherwise.
So we're sitting there doing the usual couple stuff. I love you, blah, blah, blah. And then a dessert comes
I've
for him.
never
and
heard
it's a
that
big
man say I
thing.
love you to her.
I realized that everything I bought is like you have to cook it.
Yeah.
So cooking 3 times a day, I don't know how people do it. The
Wow.
dream, yeah, it was weird. And then we were staying at
doesn't
my
take
mom's.
much to cook.
I made this today.
Put on some music
I made a
and
lot of
just
things
go.
today.
Oh, this
My first time ever making this
rice pudding with Bert.
smoky rice
She
pudding.
did not like
It's a
it.
flop. Because I burned the bottom of the pan. So yeah,
Wow.
anyway, we also went and got some decorations for Ramadan. I was gonna film that, but the stores were so busy. And like really jam-packed. Like that's why I like to film when there's no one around, because you don't have to worry
You
about
like to
that.
film
Like,
when no one's around because people
looking
gawk
filming
at you,
and
you
stuff, I
big
don't know.
circus
Which is something I
creature.
didn't really care about too much in Canada, although I still did sometimes. I don't know. So
She is so full of carbs and lies. And I just wanted to highlight that because she is just such a liar who lies with liabetes. She just does not seem to care that we can see you, Heifer. We know that you're full of carbs and lies. We know that everything you're saying is full of baloney. And you're probably full of baloney too. So why lie about being called China? Now, I used to love the WWF, now WWE, growing up. And I left right after the Degeneration X days. So I remember China. China was a pretty woman. I know a lot of people used to try to say, oh, that's a man. No. My ex had the Playboy magazine with her spread. If that was a dude, they did a lot of good work. That's not a dude. I seen everything. I was like, wow. China was a very pretty lady to me, and it makes me sad that Jodie had a lot of deep mental issues and she lost that struggle. But the fact that you got called China, you wish. But we're going to move on to Marley Hendrix. I want to get to the Tofiachu family and then get to some fun. But I'm telling you, this heifer has been on some stuff all week. And let me just double check to make sure, because if the Marley Hendrix thing is a passing,
you think you've had licorice?
I might just. I love Marley, but yeah, China definitely was gorgeous, and the fact that Heifer tried to say she got called China, I don't believe you. And welcome to the chat, Deb W. It's good to see you, dear. I just feel like Chantel plays in our faces with her lies. And nobody believes that you were literally called China. Get the fuck out of here with your fuck shit. But we're going to do some Marley Hendrix now because we all just had enough of her. This was her day one compilation. Constant reinventing herself. Me too. I love gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
it's so early in the morning.
Let me tell you, Mount Fuji and Little Fiji were constantly in my team, but I loved all the ladies. The good, the bad, the in-betweens. They were my jam. I love Glow, and I wish somebody would box set the old Glow Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling from classic times, because I would buy that shit. We watched it every Saturday. It was after Saturday morning cartoons. They would show Glow. That was my jam. I'm so glad you brought that up, Fatty the Fed. I was a big time wrestling fan when I was a kid, for real. I don't watch it that much now, but back in the day, I was a huge heel fan. Loved The Undertaker. I loved Rowdy Piper, Adrian Adonis. They were some of my favorites. I loved wrestling. I grew up mostly in the 80s, especially. That was definitely my jam. Is this when she was trying to exercise? Cause okay.
Hey guys, so I finished at the gym. They have like a little cafe there. I got a coffee, medium coffee with, or maybe a large,
Wow.
almond milk, and that's it, no sweetener. And I got
I don't believe it.
one bar. This has 20 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar only. So I guess it's like a Quest bar, kind of. I'm working out my muscles. So, and I just want to make sure that I get enough protein because I am working out. So I figure better than a candy bar because it's so low sugar. I'll add it into my calories. It has 1 gram of sugar, but it does have enough carbs. So it doesn't seem to be low carb if you're watching that. 220 calories. So I'm going to eat this and with my coffee. And then I'm waiting for Farm Boy to open so I can get some eggs so I can go home and make a spinach, egg, and cheese omelet.
So I thought this girl was working out like crazy, but she wasn't. I met her yesterday at the gym, and I asked her, how do you look so great?
Whatever.
So what I did today,
Honestly,
you saw I did 30 minutes on the treadmill.
A lot of work.
I find when I walked at too much of an incline, like I put it at like 2.5 incline. And when I was walking, I got pain in like my area where my cyst is on my left side. So I dropped the incline, did a steady.
I'm gonna call bullshit out on that because I literally have cysts on my uterus and fallopian tube. Exercise actually helps make the pain feel better. I walked today. I get on my bike. There is absolutely no excuse. I really, maybe it's because I grew up in a more tough environment with like military family and stuff. You're not allowed to just sit there and whine about every little pain. You breathe and you power through it. She has definitely been a coddled heifer. It's just, exactly, that's the only workout she gets.
Pace, my average speed was 1.8, but I kept going up really quick and then lower. I did 1.7 for the most time for about 10 minutes because
back in the day,
that was the most sustainable pace for me. And I'm kind of red. I am still sweaty. I have a really big phobia of like bare feet on the shower. I guess I could wear like flip-flops, but I just like showering at my home, you know? So I don't mind going into the store a bit sweaty. I don't smell bad, you know? I'm wearing deodorant, I'm clean. So I'm going to do cardio Monday to Friday for at least 30 minutes to start. The treadmill for now, I would like to incorporate the bike.
That would have been a good start. Honestly speaking, even if she had started at 20 minutes a week, 20 minutes each day for 5 days on, 2 days of rest, it would have made a difference in her life. But now she doesn't even want to fucking walk. It's insane.
And elliptical eventually. So for this week, I'm at least going to do that. Then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to do my the weights workouts for my arms, legs, and my core and whatever else. So today I mostly just did the legs and arms. And it reminded me of when I was doing that machine, you sit down and then you like push out with your legs. Reminded me of when I used to be in shape and used to go to the gym. And it like,
but one thing I will say about Get in Shape Girl, it had that ribbon thing because it was done by Mary Lou Retton, and I would just run around the house with the ribbon just waving it. My mom was like, "Put that shit up," because it started to get on everybody's nerves.
Made me feel good again. Yes. Oh, so that weight loss doctor I was talking about that I was so opposed to when I wasn't eating animal products or anything like that, or when I was eating high carb.
Oh, my sis. She acts like
I was really
has those shit. And
put off by the amount of, you know,
she always
the things he was like, the recipes he had on his website. But now that I have more of an open mind and you know, I'm just at that stage where I'm like, I don't know, maybe what's best for me is not what I've been thinking this whole time. And maybe the only thing I haven't tried is lower carb. And I know he advocates for a lower carb diet. And tomorrow I have an ultrasound. Vaginal ultrasound sounds very... It's so painful because they go in with this like wand
it's not
inside of
that painful. I just had one done last month. She went really deep and it did feel a little tense at first. But honestly speaking, like, shut up. Stop whining. I know this is past Chantal, but the fact that she could say stuff like this seriously for like pity and stuff, grow the fuck up. I know she wasn't that young in this thing too, because it was 2017. It wasn't that long ago.
And then they have to put this like cold jelly, and they press really hard, like up on each ovary to see. I have my ultrasound tomorrow to see if my cysts have shrunk. I'm by some miracle, I doubt it. No, because my periods are still pretty irregular. So I think that, you know, they're still the same. If not, they've probably grown.
Wow.
Because, you know, it's like, well, I tried the grape fast and water fast for a short time, but you probably have to do it for a long time if it's going to work. And that's, the doctors don't think that there's any way, you know, with conservative management to get rid of these. So I think that what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go for the ultrasound. Then my appointment's on Friday with the doctor. And that will be, since they probably haven't shrunk, that will be to, if they haven't, then it will be to schedule a surgery. Hey guys, hey guys, hey.
Wow.
Hi guys, I have to put this watermelon away. How are you? So welcome to my very first one meal of the day. I'm learning like to perfect this, so if it's not perfect, please forgive me. So you see here.
Why so much food?
And this is some smoked chipotle cashew cheese. This is a roasted artichoke. I think I may have burned it. And this is roasted eggplant. And I'm also going to have some unsweetened coconut yogurt and some watermelon. I just thought I'd show you guys what I'm eating.
So much smaller here too. This is crazy.
This is the last change, I promise. Sorry guys. This is the last change, I promise. I think the one meal a day is actually going to be really good for me because when I was out today shopping with my grams, normally walking around the store, I sweat a lot and I get very tired very easily. And I didn't feel any of those things. I just feel a lot less bloated already, you know?
How?
So if I can keep this going,
these carbs?
That would be wonderful. So we're going to see how this works, you know? I'm going to work tonight on meals for the next few days or so. I really want to be consistent with this because I want to give it time and see how it works, you know?
Oh my god.
When I get off here, I'm going to continue eating by myself.
Wow.
Take your time and eat, you know? Now, I feel like I need to incorporate more vegetables, like maybe a big salad, some more greens.
I noticed that there's no greens.
Like I said, day one, probably not the most perfect thing, but it's alright. Yeah.
It's what?
Another thing with one meal, like OMAD, is forces you to eat at the dinner table because I can't log everything.
I'm going to say this. I know OMAD works for a lot of people, and I get that. But for somebody who's actually trying to actively lose weight, in my case, because of my dietary needs and makeup, I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner healthily. Snacks are mostly protein-based with little carbs if needed. And if I do need a protein-based snack that has a little bit more carbs, I have like my pork rinds and stuff, which are actually, I don't even think they have that high carbs. There are ways to get about your day without making it all about food. And I'm going to tell you right now, mukbangs are not good for weight loss. I don't care how healthy you think you're being with them. It's way too much food, and I just don't understand it. And I know that there are a lot of people who swear by OMAD, so please don't think I'm knocking you if that worked for you. But because of the issues I had with keeping my calcium up, keeping my iron balanced and stuff, I can't do one meal a day because I can't even do huge-ass meals. That's why it's broken up into threes. And if I need a little bit of snacks, that's it. As a matter of fact, I brought it in here so I could show Foodie the kind of protein snacks that she could have been getting. This. It has nuts. It has raisins. It has dried cherries in it. And seeds. This is what I snack on if I have to snack. I do not understand why she needs meals like this. And this is her one meal a day, so of course she's going to binge and have way more portions than a normal person. And I don't think OMAD or water fast would work for somebody with eating disorders at all. You have to retrain your brain that you don't need food all the time. And food is not a binky. I don't even understand. Her cycles are reoccurring. She is so infuriating because she swears she has growth. But she'll be back to OMAD again eventually because this is always a part of the Chantal cycle.
Into the TV, or you know what I mean? So it's getting you out of that habit. This might not work for everyone, you know, but I really like the way I'm feeling when I'm fasting before eating. I'm going to do my best to be successful at this because
I don't believe her.
I think it would be great to see some shrinking
going on.
I don't know. Maybe my story could help people that are in my situation.
I doubt it.
Somehow. Hey guys, hey, how are you? It feels like forever since I've done a video for you guys, and it kind of has been a little while, a good chunk of time, maybe a few days. I'm just gonna come on quickly today and do a talk video, let you know my intentions for my channel and my intentions for year 2020. I am, as you've guessed by the title, I plan on doing a 365-day, I guess, kind of journey to health. I have some solid reasons why I need to do this. The days you haven't seen me, I have been working on this whole plan. you know, I realize a lot of this is going to be like all talk. You know, I need to earn the trust back from you guys because I've embarked on many journey starts. For those of you who enjoy unhealthy mukbangs, I can guarantee you that that's not going to happen, which I know I've said it as well. So some people might hang around for a while to see if that's true, wait for me to crack, go to Arby's. We'll see. The reason I haven't really been on video is my health is not good. So that brings me to reason number one for wanting to do this challenge. My blood sugar is creeping up when I test it. The highest it's been is 7.9. It's never been that. I will do a weigh-in. I'll insert it now.
I am here to tell you today that your feelings are valid. Your trauma is valid. Your hurt is
I got a real therapist. Sorry.
Monday, January 6th.
Let's see that weigh-in. How are you out of breath standing on the scale? Ooh.
386. My weight is the highest it's ever been, and it's just going to keep going up if I don't do something about it. Obstructive sleep apnea, among other things.
And Marley makes a good point. It says, keep in mind that Chantal is in her 350s currently. No fucking way. In Kuwait. But she was 386 here. There's no. I am not going to let this heifer try to drag me into a delusional glory. There is no fucking way she is as... There's no way she's in her 350s. No fucking way. And I know she broke that scale in Kuwait because there's no fucking way she's in the 350s. Nope.
Obesity in general is a horrible health hazard. It's disastrous to your health. I just want to be an obesity in general survivor. If you can survive obesity, you know, you're winning. So number two is just being able to, you know, walk in a mall without being stared at and huffing and puffing and fitting in a booth, fitting in rides. And there's just so many
She said this in Kuwait, too.
You know, would
same shit,
a lot
different
of my anxieties
times.
if I just finally lost some weight. So number three, I want to do it for you guys. I want to.
No. I'm going to be point blank blood because I'm a little sociopath. You don't lose weight for other people. You do it for yourself. It is the most selfish thing you can do because you want to live. It ain't about what other people think. It ain't for other people. It ain't about your fucking audience. You're losing weight for yourself or you ain't losing weight. This is how she does it so she can blame people for not supporting her enough. It is the same slippery slope cycle that ALR does as well. I am so frustrated with these heifers talking about, I want to do this for you. I'm sorry, y'all. I love you guys, but my weight loss is for me. Me only. That's the way you do it.
I do it for my grandma who doesn't want to leave this earth until she knows I'm okay. And
bullshit. And then you started running after a crackhead and doing all that shit. You know what? My grandmother was blunt with me because I came up from Florida. I was 512 pounds. I was a wreck. And one of the first things Grandma, who loved me, by the way, making it clear, said to me is, you have a new baby and you are severely out of shape, 10. And you are way too short to be that big. So I need you to draft your will because we need to know what to do for your son if the inevitable happens. Because my grandmother loved me, but she was blunt about the realities of trying to survive with that much weight on my system. And that is what you needed, heifer. You need people calling you cutie and coddling you. You needed somebody blunt in your life that wanted you to stay here, wanted you to see the fucking reality of what you're doing to your system. And I never regret that my grandmother said those words to me because that was my fucking wake-up call. You need that in your life. If people care about you, they want you here, but they want you to deal with the reality of what will happen if you're not here. And I am so glad she did because I've gotten to see my son grow up. But when you have nothing to live for, of course you don't take stuff like that.
Having more health problems than your grandmother is sad. I want to do it for a good life with you.
Exactly,
for you guys to inspire people. I want to inspire
don't do
people
this for other people. You want to live for yourself.
So dizzy. I don't know what's wrong with me. This is like the third day of being really dizzy when I'm up, walking around, and I feel really nauseous. That dizziness, I don't know if it's related to my depression because that's been really bad.
You.
I know how insane I look. You know,
you
how I made a video,
crazy.
Making videos like this, and then going back to super unhealthy mukbangs. So that's not going to happen.
But she still had
people worry
cheekbones
about
there.
What you're going to wear. Can't get your hair right. Have a bad hair day.
Oh,
this is a bad hair day. Okay? You
there
have to
too.
Fake your hairline. You are having a bad hair day.
I don't have those.
All the healthy food I'm going to be eating, that will help. But probably not because I think it's a hormonal problem. So I'm going to get on my scale and see what I weigh and mark it on my calendar.
I'm going to say this again, because I know a lot of people, why you wear the bonnet? It protects my hair. All hair types can wear hair bonnets at night at home and stuff when you're sleeping, and it will help your hair follicles not be, rubbed out on the pillows and stuff. I know a lot of young TikTok girls now are trying to say, like, it's brand new. Oh, I wear a hair bonnet now, and you should too. Yeah, get a hair bonnet. It will change your life. Girl, boy, anything. Even kiddo has hair bonnets now. So that's my advice to you, Heffa, if you're really trying to grow that shaved head back. But I don't know. Your God's probably keeping you bald out of spite.
Let's get to. I put all these cardboard boxes that keep piling up.
She has been. That is such a good point. She has been enabled and coddled her whole life. And as somebody who grew up exactly like you with military family and having that bluntness, you need that in your life when you're doing something that could be detrimental to your system. She has never had that, and you can see it. That's why she gives up so easily. That's why she whines about being the victim, and I'm always picked on. But if she really had the discipline, she could get to her goals. She just doesn't want the discipline. She'll fight with anybody who tries to discipline her.
All right. Is that 0?
Exactly, Beans. I love my bonnet. I swear by him.
$3.99. Lovely.
Wow.
That was obvious sarcasm. So I'm gonna mark it down.
She was annoying back then.
I will not be getting any higher than that.
Lies.
That is the highest I've ever weighed. And
you can see her wrists are the same in Kuwait.
I'm not gonna go any higher than that.
Lies.
I won't do. I won't do, babes. I won't do.
Like I
All right,
said,
so let's go get some groceries.
I get the chills sometimes when I go too much with the sodium. You can see
here,
real weight loss. Oh, the stairs. I remember watching this on Frenchie's chat.
And I'm getting winded just standing here.
Wow.
So,
breathing exercises help with that.
Use these stairs for my bench.
She uses that CPAP as a crutch too. She could be on the floor meditating.
I'm going to do it 3 times right now.
Breathe in.
But I'm going to take a break in between each one.
Breathe out.
So,
breathe in.
This is going to be hard because my knees hurt. I'm out of breath.
Breathe out.
I'm
carrying
over 250 pounds of excess weight on my frame, so which is not a large frame, and I'm only 5'2". So yeah,
her height goes to different lengths too. I'm 5'3", so I know being short and round ain't easy. Wow. I had stairs in my townhouse in Durham. I loved them. Our laundry was set downstairs, so I had to lug clothes up and down the stairs. It really did keep the pounds off. When you are willing to do the work, she could have really used those stairs for exercise. But look at her already giving up after doing one freaking jaunt. Now I'm telling you, at 500, they had me out there walking a mile. Especially after the surgery, too. My family had no excuses.
Make it my goal to increase how much I can do it. So I'm going to take a break, wait for my headache. I have a bad headache when upon exertion. And I don't think that's a good thing. But I do eat a lot of sodium and a lot of processed takeout. So that would definitely be a contributing factor, which...
You don't say.
This country has never been so divided. Are you a licorice lover or hater? We at licorice.com have 50
really like licorice. Get out of here with that.
I don't want... Part of me getting better is also mentally getting better, and I can't do that when I'm always on edge, involved in drama. And so I want to do a formal apology. So I want to first apologize to anybody I've been really defensive with, and I need to work on building a better opinion about myself so I don't let others get to me and become so defensive.
Okay, dum-dum, whatever.
I know I can be a royal bitch a lot of the time, and especially when attacked or made fun of. I want to apologize to my friend I've been talking about in this drama lately. There's a lot of drama going on between us, and I don't like that.
Ex-friend, and she tried to help you. You talked mad shit about her and her kids, which you actually held. You're a bitch, Chantal, and that's why you're sitting alone in Kuwait talking about, I just don't have energy for friends. No, bitch, they don't want you. You were rejected. Or was it, her, the one that you threatened Child Protective Services on? Like, friends like Chantal are worse than enemies.
So I apologize for mean things I've said to you in return. I was very hurt, and hurt people.
Wow,
I was very hurt that I've known you and been your friend for 20 years. And instead of coming to me privately and saying, you know, I was offended by these things that you said, you go and join forces with my trolls and become my biggest troll. So that really hurt my feelings. I really considered you a friend. For 20 years. So I apologize if that word offended you. You know, I said it out of anger, and I didn't mean it in a literal sense. You know, I also, anytime that you've dropped off the face of the earth a few times and didn't leave me a phone number or address, I always tried to find you because I missed you.
Stalker
and I
energy.
Wanted to know how you were doing. So I would even go as far as trying to find your dad to get your information. And I remember I did that once. Howdy doody!
And before we even get to this other day one, because it's always a reset, she constantly tries to call FFG her stalker because she showed up at the Fatty Fashion Show and she helped liberate BBJ from Box Mountain Garbage Land. And this latest thing where FFG told us weeks ago, because we were in her chat, before it happened, that she was going up the court because she goes to a weed shop out there and she wanted to drop off gifts for Shannon, your former friend. The fact that you keep calling FFG a stalker and saying, well, I would have to pursue legal stuff if I went to Canada. Yeah, you'll pay a lawyer a lot for your lawsuit and you'll lose. Because you don't have enough to call her a stalker. She is literally allowed to react to your content. She is a reaction channel. You cannot prove in the court of law that a reaction channel, which is covered under fair use, guarantees that you're being stalked. You are a delusional, sick psychopath of a heifer.
I don't know what that was about.
Hey, Janet Pirate.
I love this shirt. I could wear it every day because it's
exactly
big.
That's how she apologizes. That's why I say she's an undiagnosed sociopath.
Like wearing jackets outside.
She don't take responsibility for any of her
I have to do laundry. So today is not. Welcome to day one. Today is not a typical day.
And she's wearing a baseball shirt, kind of like my baseball shirt, my chronically unmotivated
I am wide awake all night,
shirt.
And maybe once I start exercising, I'll be more tired. And I'm gonna try. I think I'm just gonna try to stay awake all day tomorrow and go to bed early and get up early. I'd like to get up for 8 or 9 and follow my routine of breakfast. I have pills to take in the morning. I'll talk about that.
Those vitamins.
And then have the breakfast. So I'm gonna insert my meal plan here. But I'll just tell you guys what it is. So breakfast, I'm gonna have overnight oats. So I'm gonna make overnight oats with almond milk.
We just seen that in Kuwait.
And almonds and berries and dates and hemp seeds. So that's gonna be my breakfast. Lunch, brown rice with black beans and homemade guacamole and pico de gallo, which is like a melange of tomato, cilantro, onion, jalapeno, and plantains and cilantro. So extra cilantro. So I'm putting like every single ingredient here, so I know what I'm putting in my body. Dinner. I don't know what I'm going to do for oil. I don't really want to use too much oil. I know you need to have some fat in your diet, but I want them to come mostly from the nuts and the avocados. So I might just use parchment paper, like for the plantains and for things that I bake in the oven. I'm going to try to use no oil. So for dinner, oven fries that I make, so I'm just going to cut up like a russet potato on parchment paper, no oil. They still come out crispy with homemade ketchup. So I'm gonna go buy a bottle from the kitchen. What? I believe the waitress said they make their ketchup with raisins, so they don't use refined sugar because refined sugar is also inflammatory. And
I don't really like
part of my problem
like that,
is I have a lot of inflammation in my body, and
you're like a balloon,
which is, I believe, part of the lymph node problem. But I'm going to talk to her more about that, of course. So
holy guacamole!
Oven fries for dinner with pure kitchen ketchup. I'm gonna make my own next time, but I want to buy theirs for now. It's so good. And a huge salad. So the salad is gonna be like a detox salad, and it's gonna have broccoli, Brussels sprouts, carrot, fresh ginger, kale, parsley, red cabbage, sunflower seeds, almonds, and the dressing is gonna be oil free. It's gonna have dillweed, dry dillweed, maple syrup, Dijon mustard.
She's a dillweed.
Red wine vinegar and apple cider vinegar. And the maple syrup is just to cut the tartness of all of those ingredients.
Maple syrup?
So that is what I'm going to eat every single day. I'm not counting calories. Like I said, I would be doing, if I'm eating whole food, plant-based diet, a lot of whole foods and healthy foods. I don't find that I really need to. I'm dividing my day up into 3 meals, and I think that should suffice. So yeah, so that is what I'm going to do. And I'm so like, I'm not putting any makeup on or anything. I wash my face. So day one is going to be kind of boring. Some of these vlogs might be kind of boring for you guys because I'm just going to do a lot of talking.
My husband's vlog's never been boring. I guess the Crackhead Olympics.
I will show you guys what my fridge and cupboards look like. I'm going to be cleaning them out later to fit all the good food. I'm going to get rid of all the bad food. I honestly don't have much bad food in my house. I may have some cheese that I bought in the last grocery haul from Walmart, but the thing is I don't have a lot of junk in my house because I go out to eat a lot, as you know. So that's what I do. I go out and buy it. I don't keep it in the house, but I have a car, and it's very easy for me to just go and buy junk food whenever I want to. So that's what I do. I'm gonna force myself to go for a short walk today, even if it's just like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm gonna start really slow because it is admittedly hard for me to walk without becoming out of breath, and my lower back hurts because I don't have a choice anymore. I don't have time to. You know, people say you need to hit rock bottom. This is my rock bottom. I don't want to lose my female reproductive organs if I don't have to. If this is mostly because of a hormonal issue that I can rectify on my own, I really want to do it, and I'm doing this. I don't want to advise what anyone should do. Consult with your doctor first. The thing is my Western medicine doctor, like my traditional doctors, don't agree with anything natural. They think, you know, you have to do what we recommend.
She's always going on about the Western world, not listening, blah, blah, blah.
So I don't know if I want to advise anybody to do that, but that's what I'm doing. So, I ordered these on Amazon, these nested B complex vitamins. I did this mostly, it's dietary supplement vegan capsules. This is for people who are eating a plant-based diet. And then the infamous Dank Chinese herbal medicine that I will be taking to help regulate hormones, helps with blood circulation.
I'm not anti-Dank under Chinese herbal stuff. I drink Chinese black tea a lot too. But I grew up in New York where families taught different. Like I said, I have a blended family. You ordered that shit from Amazon. It could just be anything in that bottle. And apparently it didn't help you with your weight loss. So it is what it is. Dank, exactly, Pix. All lies.
I am not supposed to take this during menstruation, which I have started, so I cannot take them for now. I know that what you read online is not always the case. That's why I look for different sources, and I really try to look for like university studies and things like that. I've been to university.
Talk to doctors. You don't need to. She's always using Google and now TikTok for her medicine and all other sort of research. She is so ridiculous, and please, I know, Mud. She's a mess. And like I said, there are days where, especially for lunch, I'll throw together a quick salad. Especially once we start growing our own produce, salad's going to be fucking fire. But there are plenty of ways to eat and not overeat and stay healthy, and she just didn't want to do it. That's why I love these classic recaps.
And the first thing they teach you at university is how to do research, how to find sources that are credible.
You went to university for maybe a month, and I'm being generous with that, and you quit. So why are you acting like you're a college grad? I still do research. I do research for my writing now. But I can't.
Okay, so I found a nice area. I can go for a walk.
Wow. It normally takes a few laps for me to be that out of breath.
Some kind of park. I'll show you guys. Yes. There's like a nice park over here. You know, some people think
she is more
I should get off YouTube and focus on myself.
And there's no way she weighs less now.
This helps me every day.
I
do it. And I know I'm out of breath right now. Look at the geese.
No, we don't want to look at the geese. I'm so glad this was sped up. She took breaks to look at the geese, I bet.
I'm not far from my car, but my back.
Wow.
I need to wait a minute. So after
I don't get much back
BB in the summer,
anymore.
It's kind of romantic, you know?
I got a heating pad when I do.
It's really easy to lose touch whenever you're going through some bullshit and you're not healthy. And you've been together for so long and you've been through a lot.
Yep.
So this would be a nice walk together, you know? So
because she was selfish.
We'll see you guys later.
Wow.
I feel like a pig, but you know what? Oink, oink.
Perfect classic Chantel. She has not changed. She is never going to change. And the fact that she gets mad at people saying that, it's not our fault. She literally put this out there. But we're going to get to a little bit of this family because I said I was going to show them next week.
Want to gain some precious minutes in the day? Here's what I did. I swapped those pots and pans for Huel Instant Meals. Now, instead of wasting time cooking, my lunch just takes 5 minutes.
Connection.
Yep, that quick.
Now you can get Spectrum Mobile for $15 a month each when you get 2 unlimited lines.
But we're going to get to this family because when I seen them, I was just like, wow.
I saw war. I saw moving.
We do need to help children in conflict, though. This is crazy.
Tofia Chu and
I'm gonna warn you, this family is a wreck. Like, they make most train wrecks look normal. I do not understand how I fell into this rabbit hole. I want to blame Hannibal, but I don't think he covered her. When I say this shit was wild and weird, yikes. I don't know. Low-count land is full of crazy.
Slidels.
The Slidels and their daughter, Tofia.
You're scamming people. Tofia, don't do that. Tofia, don't do that. Tofia, don't do that. Tofia, don't do that.
I am teasing like a baby.
What?
Eat those deals.
Oh, that poor dog.
No, you gotta run up.
That's the mama. The first guy was the daddy.
Tofia, along with her mother Mama Chew, father Papa Chew, and brother Chew, are one of the most infamous families on TikTok, if not in content creation as a whole. Because in the last 2 years, they have left a trail of absolute insanity and revealed each and every one of themselves to be detestable in one way or another. In this video, I will be covering some of their history, where they are today, and of course, the antics of each family member, one at a time. Starting with the golden child, Tofia Chew. Tofia Slidell is 29 years old from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and considers herself to be a professional TikTok and live streamer. A couple of other things to note about Tofia is that she loves K-pop bands, BTS in particular.
I mean, I got
she also loves
who go to bat for BTS, especially one of my friends from Twitter. I don't want to out them just in case, but she was constantly showing me stuff with BTS. She even got me into a couple of BTS songs. They're a good band. And I watch a lot of K-dramas and K-TV because Return to Superman is my favorite. It's one of those shows where celebrity fathers who are normally out filming and stuff actually spend time with their young children instead. And it's like a couple of days where they handle all the housework, handle the babies, and it's a good show. I love Return to Superman.
Mountain Dew. I've rarely seen her drink water.
Same.
And she also loves to draw, being the artist of the now famous Mickey Chew, who quickly became a fan favorite for obvious reasons. As I just stated, Tofia Chew is a TikToker, going viral numerous times for cringe videos, and a video series called The Boss's Daughter, where she would portray the daughter of a mob boss, would give her her first taste of being popular on TikTok.
A daughter of a mob boss. One of the things I can tell you about organized crime, for what I know, I'm not acting like I'm in it. If you're a daughter of a mob boss, you're not saying you're a daughter of a fucking mob boss. We all can't be like that Gotti lady. No. You don't put yourself out there. You don't put business out there. I'm just saying.
But it became clear pretty quickly that these people were not here to admire Tofia's work, and they would catch her saying some things that got people to truly despise her. One such comment would be about Asian teenagers who she seems to have some sort of obsession with. People would also begin to notice that the family struggled for money, as Tofia was always begging people to donate to her. Tofia also was known to spend exorbitant amounts of money on DoorDash and DoorDashed items.
I don't get that
not
either.
just limiting
Such a
it to food. I once saw her order 5 Below items from DoorDash. A bunch of unnecessary plastic junk when she was going online and begging people to pay their rent. She would also pull refund scams on local DoorDash delivery drivers, getting her blacklisted from the refund system as a whole. And as I stated previously, numerous GoFundMe-esque scams where she would ask people to donate so that she and her family wouldn't be homeless, only to turn around and spend the money on something else. People have also raised concerns over hygiene and living issues. The first
I don't like filth, but I need to say this point blank. These services like GoFundMe, Kickstarter even, Indiegogo, or even just asking people for help are there for a reason. And I always hate when people abuse people's kindness like that. If you're telling people that you need money to make sure you're not homeless, that money needs to go to your rent. Now, 2 months ago, when I was in the hospital for stuff, I did do a fundraiser on PayPal because I knew we just got this house and I did not want my family to be out because my sources of income were going to be dried up because I couldn't do the gig work that I was doing. And my friends came through to me. And I know that a lot of shaming has been going along in girl world when it comes to doing stuff like that, but I don't care. I do what I do. And if people want to knock people for that, it's one thing. But if you're caught out there begging people for money and you still end up out of your home because you ain't paying your bills, you're a piece of shit. This family is just a grifting piece of crap.
That the place was absolutely infested with cockroaches.
Oh, no.
Their appearances on camera became so frequent that the community dubbed them all under one name, Roach Chew.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, no. I can't. I don't like roaches.
The storm is coming.
Oh, how do you not see that?
But the roaches are far from the most disturbing thing in that house. You see, originally, this video was supposed to just be about Tofia. I didn't even know if I was going to include details about her family. But after seeing a couple videos that her father had released on his own, and some where he just barged into Tofia's, it became very clear that Tofia was one of the least interesting members of the family.
Wow. ¿Cómo está?
Bien y gracias. Y dos
Muy bien,
Dios.
gracias y tú. Oy.
Muy bien.
What is he saying?
Tofia,
I'm a
when you smile, man,
I'm trying not to.
you got the most beautiful smile.
Instantly changed expressions.
You know what? You are very special.
Poppy's getting on her nerves.
You are very special, and I'm gonna take care of you in a very good way. Make you happy. You are special to me and the world.
I got that.
That was the voice of Donald Fitzgerald Slidell, also known as Pop.
Prose is custom hair care made for the label readers, the skeptics, and most of all, it's made for you.
This family's crazy.
And also known as Ezekiah Mordecai Fusario.
What?
We'll get into that here in a minute. There's no better way to explain it other than to show you this video of Papa Chew explaining his teeth.
Here
the
we
man
go.
is absolutely
I can't
insane,
say fuck all about
like in a
teeth, 'cause like I
clinical
said,
sense.
minor damage from binging and purging.
I know my teeth. My teeth are gonna grow back.
No, they're not.
I'm 58. I'm 58 years old, and I am teething right now. I am teething like a baby.
This motherfucker crazy. And I say this as a legit crazy person. Now, like I said, I have visible dental issues from especially the bulimia. I intend when I get to my goal weight to get either implants, because I really don't like the thought of dentures right now. I don't like popping teeth in and popping teeth out and stuff. So I've been looking into dental implants. It's going to be costly, but luckily for me, I have insurance. I have a partner who's willing to work with me, and my book sales have been good. So I've been putting away for those implants because that is the goal. The fact that this motherfucker's out here saying that he's teething, no, you're delusional. Roach chew. They are not. I don't think they are going to grow back. But the roach chew thing took me out when I heard that shit. I was just like, okay.
No.
And I still don't want to be on TikTok, so I'm hoping I'll get more Tofia Chew compilations
Papa Chew is
on
believed
YouTube.
to have a number of mental health problems, including schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, and also somewhat
It's called schizoaffective disorder, which I have. You can get help for it, or you can descend into madness. It is a constant state of looking at the abyss and realizing you don't have to wade in it. It is what it is. But there are too many people that blanket schizoaffective disorder, which is schizophrenia and bipolar, as a one-size-fits-all. There are functioning schizophrenics like myself, and there are non-functioning schizophrenics. There are a lot of factors. Environment, substance abuse could fuck you up too. Lack of sleep, poor hygiene. That's why it is imperative that when you have these serious mental health issues that you get some serious help and you have a structured environment so that you can stay on task. I'm dead serious. I'm not trying to mental health shame. They literally just said the literal mental health issues that I am diagnosed with. And I take that shit seriously because so many people think when they think of schizophrenia, shit like this. And they don't want to see people like me. And there are millions of us out there who do what we can to not let this overtake us. But it is forever. And it is hard. I try to take a lot of the bipolar manic ups to do good things. But those lows hit too. It is a struggle. And I just hate when people make light of it. And I'm not saying that KiwiTapes did, but I know that a lot of people make fun of Mr. Slidell because of schizophrenia, and it's not mockable.
Of a pyromaniac, he will light these small fires inside, and it's gotten them into a lot of trouble with their apartment complex.
Shit.
It seems to have some kind of religious connotation for him. He will light these fires and leave crosses with green masking tape all around the walls of the apartment.
Religious
and going
stuff
live
is
on
big
TikTok,
with
he will
people
have
with
these
schizophrenia
religious
too.
sermons where he refers to himself as Ezekiah Mordecai Fusario, seeing himself as some kind of religious figurehead.
Wow.
But that's not all that Papa Chew is. He's also a con artist.
Yikes. Why are you flashing money? That's what I'm telling you right now. And this is not to income shame people at all. But I noticed that a lot of people who really don't have money like to flex money. I learned growing up, especially from my granddaddy, is you don't let people know your ends. You don't let people know your finances. That is between you and your home. Those who have to flaunt it ain't really got it. Point blank. What the heck? You know, I need to skip ahead because
You will be enrolled into the Byzantine membership program. Please deposit your investment fund into... Yeah, I'm gonna have to blur a bunch of that out. Donald will make these statements all over Twitter and Reddit. And it has been alleged that Donald has used this to
And I definitely will. I will definitely look into it. I am not going to go into that lightly because I want something that will last and I don't want my mouth fucked up even more than it currently is. So definitely, Fatty. And thank you for that advice because I'm nowhere near my goal weight yet. I still got 150 pounds to go and I'm going to get it. But I'm not doing the rapid weight loss. This is slow and steady. And I feel like when I get there, I will have enough, and I will definitely ask questions too, of people who have had it done so that I can make an informed decision. But we have a lot of really good dental care places here in Michigan too. I might have to go downstate for it, but it'll be worth the trip. But I definitely want to look into getting it done and getting it done right. Because like I said, I just don't think I can do dentures right now. My mom struggled with dentures, and she would just leave them all around my house when she lived with me, and it's just, I can't. My aunts used to terrorize my little sister with their dentures too, and I just don't want pop-out teeth unless I absolutely have to get those.
Actually con a few people out of some money. Another thing you notice about this post is that it's marked 18 and up on Reddit. Papa Chew has a serious problem posting illicit photos of himself to public platforms on social media, the internet equivalent of a guy in a trench coat. And this type of behavior is not just limited to Twitter.
And I'm from New York, so I remember those guys in a trench coat. They made it funny. It used to be like on Barney Miller too, where the guys would just open up their coat and flash. That shit was real. I grew up in 70s and 80s New York. When I say riding the subway or riding a ferry, there was a chance you were going to get flashed. That shit's real. And we're going to get through a little bit more of this, and then we're going to get to the funny side, because this is horrifying. But I wanted to get at least a bit of the family out of the way, and then we come back to this next week. Because, God, this is zapping my brain cells.
Twitter and Reddit. I want to say first that Papa Chew and Mama Chew are legally married, and Papa Chew seems to have a weakness for practitioners of the world's oldest profession, stating in one video, which I cannot show here, that if he ran everything like he requested the government to pay him to, the streets would be lined with ladies of the night. As I'm sure many of you expected, this gets him into a lot of trouble with his wife, Mama Chew. But it seems to be especially bad when Papa Chew will boot up his TikTok live and start flirting with any person he thinks is female in the comments. Ew. This has happened more times than I can count. But here are some of the, well, I don't know if best is the right word, but that's what I'll use.
Oh. What the hell is he doing? What? Why? Why are people giving him flowers for this? They're encouraging this bad behavior. You know what? I'm going to come back to Slidell's next week. I think I've had just about enough of them for now. So definitely, if you like in-depth coverage of the Slidells, I think KiwiTapes is going to keep doing the series. But I think my brain is like over the locale world outside the funny. So we are going to move on to Dank Fupa because she's moved over to ALR. Even though she's coming back with a new Foodie of Salah, I think that drops today. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, they've been working hard. But I definitely want to show this ALR one because I don't really talk about ALR a lot because, like I said, she's way younger than me, so I just don't deal with that heifer like that. But I do love the fact that Dank Fupa is going after her, Chantal, and probably others in Girl World. And I think she does it respectfully. She uses what they've put out there. So this is going to be funny. I definitely wanted to show this. I already gave her the like for it and stuff because it is amazing.
Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother.
It's ready. Barbie.
Hey, Amber. I know we see each other every day, so I really hope this doesn't make things awkward between us. I've really grown to like you as a person, and I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Of course, Marissa, you can tell me anything.
Do you think you could start leaving a tip when I drop off your order? I mean, sometimes you order like $200 or $300 worth of food in a single order.
Wow.
It's a lot to carry.
Oh, thanks for getting here so quickly. My legs are starting to feel really wobbly, and I need to eat soon. I have some Team Legos I was going to donate to orphans or something.
Wow.
Does that work? Let me see if I can find them real quick. Let me just grab the bags from you and I'll be right back. Hi, my name is Amber Lynn. I'm an influencer and I make vlogs about what it's like living as a plus-size whirly pop. I live all by myself with my fur babies in Oklahoma.
Wow.
I'm kind of looking like a hot mess today. My skin is just a whole situation type deal. I'm really proud of myself for being here because I hate it when I don't have control of the camera.
You must be very careful, Margaret.
Why are they bringing back the Omen?
Bad things will start to...
Stop it. All these reboots. Oh. That's Jade washing.
I got my heart
wiping.
absolutely shattered last year by the love of my life.
Capricorn. Barbie
I thought
girl.
we were going to be together forever. Even though we broke up mutually, I was literally so depressed I didn't wash my hair for 2 years.
Oh.
But then Anus reached out to me in the DMs and it was fate.
Anais? Anus.
Amber. I think it's pronounced Anais.
One of my favorite
I know
authors
the name
is
of my girlfriend.
I'm saying it wrong.
We've been
again.
girlfriend for the last 9 days.
She's got my brain
Anyway,
fried.
she's the most perfect partner I could have ever dreamt of. She looks a lot like Miley Cyrus, and she's even a hospice nurse. I told her if she would come to America, she could make a lot of money.
Wow.
Have you sent any money to her?
Well, her brother had to get surgery last week and they needed help with the medical expenses. I sent her about $25K. I was saving up to get weight loss surgery, but now I can just eat whatever I want. I'm considering it a down payment on our new life together. Oh my god, I'm literally starving.
Buzzball.
What should I order for myself?
Wow.
McDonald's?
No.
No, I had that this morning.
Wow.
Seafood boil? Makes me too puffy and I need to look skinny for anus. Mexican? Oh, that sounds good. But it'll make me a little poopy and Mama's working, so I should hold off until I can call her to come and wipe me. Orange chicken? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes.
Cheesecake Factory. This is Marissa. How can I help you?
Poor Marissa.
Hey, Marsha, I'm ready to place my order.
Marsha.
Oh, hi, Amberlyn. Placing another party-sized order today?
Oh, Lord.
You know, I think I'm going to keep it light. I'm going to visit my girlfriend in France soon, and I need to make sure I can fit in 3 seats. Can I get 6 large orders of orange chicken and a whole Reese's peanut butter cheesecake?
Oh, France sounds lovely. Is this your first time out of the country?
Sorry, can you make sure you place my order real quick? I'm so hungry and I'm really looking forward to this orange chicken. Anyway, yeah, I've never left the country. I'm really hoping they have Cheesecake Factory there though.
Oh, I know you love your Cheesecake Factory. You're the most loyal customer I've ever seen come through any establishment ever. And I've met some weirdos in my day, but you take the cake. I mean, you're not weird. I'm sorry that came out wrong. Sorry, I'll throw in an extra cheesecake for you. I'm really sorry.
At a Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, I mean, it's okay. I know I'm a little weird. I just like to think of myself as a quirky, dainty, weird little girly pop.
That and world-class fast food eater.
Fair enough.
Because apparently these heifers only believe in fast food.
Cheesecake Factory is my favorite restaurant. I grew up really poor. So when I started making money, my favorite pick-me-up is ordering yummy orange chickies. It gets expensive, but it's really worth it when I start to feel a little blue. My mental things are like scary, but I have lots of hobbies that keep me super duper busy. Expert Legos is like my favorite thing besides eating. People say YouTube is my job, but I like to think I'm a Lego expert. For Valentine's Day, Anus sent me this tiny little cute Lego as a gift.
Are expensive.
It was so sweet, but I just bought this $400 one, so I told YouTube that one was from her instead.
Legos are racket.
I can't believe I did it wrong. My fingers are so dainty, but somehow they still get in the way. Oh, well, my calendar is pretty empty, so I'll just do it again tomorrow.
Wow.
Anus and I first met about a year ago. She sent me a fancy cake and bread. I was really mad because, like, everyone on the internet thinks I'm fat. The bread was so super duper yummy. Sometimes I'll reward myself with an order from Strawberry Hill. I have to get it sent to my mom's though because they banned me from shopping. Where's my orange chickies? I've been waiting like 20 minutes and it's still not here. Maybe I should call Maybelline and see if she's on her way.
Maybelline? She never gets that lady's name right. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I love
my orange chickies and my free cheesecake.
Hi, Amber. I just wanted to apologize for earlier. I have to work 2 jobs just to keep myself above water, and I haven't been sleeping very well.
Poor
I didn't
Marley
mean to come
or
off as
whatever
rude.
the name that she picked for her.
Oh, it's okay. I say things I don't mean all the time. I'm just really happy you're here and brought me my favorite foods.
She's on a weight loss journey.
I was about to have a crisis because I'm so hungry
untruths.
and could feel my mental things get scary.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you're not mad. I was worried you were going to turn me into corporate. I really can't lose these jobs. I'm a single mom and I'm just trying to do what's right for my kids and give them the life they deserve.
Wow.
Aw. Well, that's so sweet.
Exactly.
You want me to see if I can find more Timu Legos that I was going to give to orphans? You kids could probably find some way to play make-believe with them.
Wow.
Oh, and while you're here, do you think you could walk the trash out to the dumpster for me?
Oh.
It's really smelly and my nose is
hey,
sensitive to bad
Christina,
smells.
good to see you.
Next time on Before the 90 Days.
Wow.
I wonder if I hid some of the heavy stuff in my rolls if I could fit more Legos into my suitcase.
Who packs Legos?
Anus is gonna love the romantic Lego sets I'm bringing for us to do together. I even made an engagement ring out of Lego, but will only propose if she does first.
Wow.
I can't wait for her to use hand massagers on me. I hope she doesn't mind my Fupa.
That was amazing. I love Dank Fupa, but oh my gosh. Like, I remember the first time I started taking kiddo traveling, especially going to like Comic-Cons and stuff, and I let him try to pack his own suitcase, and he packed his Legos, he packed his stuffed animals. It was cute, but mama had to be like, no baby, you gotta actually use common sense. And we packed some of his toys, and then we packed his clothes, and it was cute. He still has his little rollaway suitcase, and I still got my rollaway luggage too, because, you know, eventually I would like to travel again. After watching Last Week Tonight, though, it's going to be a while, because those things with Bowen and the planes put me completely off of it. But I really do think travel is good for the soul, and I do not think you should be going to another country wanting the same restaurants that we have here in the States. There's plenty of great cuisines all over the world. But we are going to fire up Fresh Prince of Yup, because I always like to finish out. It's a classic one. I did watch it before, but since we had to do a pickup at Walmart earlier, I seen it, and I was like, this will be funny. He's a funny guy, and like I said, I want to help get him to 1 million subscribers because he works hard and it's worth it. We should be getting a new one later on today because he likes to put it on Saturdays and I think Wednesdays. So we will definitely have a new Fresh Prince of Yup to interact to. But for today, we are going to do his People of Walmart Fails Part 7 because it is hysterical. So let's get this popping.
If you are out here raw dogging the Walmart floor with your bare feet and you just heel toeing down the candy aisles, I'm calling the police immediately.
12 years dungeon, all of you.
What up, cool nerds? Welcome back to another video. Today we have another People of Walmart. Now, we haven't done one of these in a hot minute, and Walmart, y'all can hate all y'all want, be bougie and go to Target because, you know, it's a little class. Walmart's
got some bargains, man.
They may not pay,
I had to go into the garden center.
I love it because a wise man once said, I think it was Uncle Ben.
But I don't go into the grocery no more. Put those right in the car.
You didn't say that at all. Anyways, y'all, we got more videos coming up. Y'all already know what to do. Smack that like button, set the notifications on. Let's get it. See, y'all, this picture right here is the reason why I want to do a Facebook Marketplace fails. Because why? Why would anybody want this vintage frame Walmart bag from the 90s and 2000s? Come on,
for $50?
$50 for a bag that cost them less than a penny to make? Get out of here. And the fact that it's saved by 11 other people. And you know this was a hot commodity wherever they're at. You know what I mean? It's sold. I guarantee it's sold.
That's crazy. Go ahead and get my money back because I can't do nothing with that.
This is why they say art is subjective and stuff like that. Y'all ever see those like fancy art galleries online and people are like, oh, this is amazing. It's like $1 million and it's just like a dot with like, you know, all this white space. Come on, bro. No one's paying for this. Like no normal person is like, yo, this is it. This is hot.
$50. Crazy.
And like I said in previous videos before, we all as a human race have a cabinet or a bag or just a space in general with plastic bags filled with more plastic bags, you know what I'm saying? So I probably got one of these somewhere from, you know, like I can make look come up, you know what I'm saying? If y'all see me selling plastic bags on the side, mind your business.
No. Don't be selling plastic bags, y'all. Oh no.
Okay, y'all, so I don't know where this Walmart is, you know, but imagine having a chicken fight, aka a cockfight. Pause. That's whoever wins gets dinner. You know what I mean? What if your chicken lost and you didn't get dinner for that night? Congratulations! And if you look in the back, there's people with their chickens like waiting, like they're ready for a Pokemon battle. Like, come on, bro. You don't get your Walmart chicken badge? I'm sorry, I be going to Costco just to do the samples. You know, I don't even need nothing from Costco. I'll be like, yo, let me get the hot dog combo, which would just be like $2, right? And then I'm gonna get samples. Imagine if this Walmart had samples and it was just fresh chicken.
Oh, the chicken was lovely.
All right, y'all, I want y'all to look at this picture really closely, right? It's great value brand sugar, great value granulated sugar, 30 calories per serving. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? Everything's spelled correctly.
Thank you, dear.
What? Let's zoom out fresh.
I love my bonnet. It keeps my hair. Because right now I'm back to curly.
Did a drive-by chicken wing eating and then drop the bone off on the shelf.
Chicken. But I need to keep it protected, so I keep my bonnet on.
Okay, so there's a lot of these grocery stores that have like these delis, these hot bars, and even like this section for rotisserie chicken. And it's a come up because if you got a family, these things can help you. Like some of them might be a little expensive, but those rotisserie chickens are clutch, right? You don't got to like make the dinner. You saving time. So you got a big family, right? So
I make my own chicken.
My thing is though, this person must have been hungry, right? Like you were in the aisle.
They sucked the meat off that bone.
Aerate it. Warm it up. And then they just drop the bone off on the sugar. Bro, it's down to the bone, like the marrow. Like there's nothing left.
This is not lip gloss. This is chicken grease.
Bro, we need to hear these tracks. Walmart Associate Choir, bro, $5. Eyes of a Child. If I hear, no. Walmart employees don't get paid enough to be doing all this nonsense.
Nope.
Like, absolutely not. Yeah, they be getting paid
My man used to work for
wages,
Walmart,
and y'all got them singing. Bro, I would be on the mic. Get up out of here. Bro, imagine if I got my own solo too, like, you know, just me up in the front. I'd sing some Michael Jackson, like, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
Get somebody else to do it.
Live here, walk to Walmart and McDonald's. Okay.
Wow.
Real estate, whatever, you know, everything's high prices, but I feel like
you'd be surprised in the Midwest and the South, the way they'll sell stuff. Now, I'm not that lucky. We have to go into town. It's about 20 or 30 minutes, depending on the weather, to get to the nearest Walmart and stuff. And it is what it is. I like my land, so I'm glad with that. But I can't imagine that being a selling point on a house. You know, some people need that. If you can walk to Walmart, that's good. One of the places we had in New York, the Pathmark was right behind the house. So it was easy. I could cut under my fence because there was a little cut under the fence and go right into Pathmark's parking lot, do the shopping, walk around, bring the cart right back. It was great. So living close to a store is like a selling point for some people, but I wouldn't want that on my banner to move in anywhere.
I want to be close to a grocery store, you know, restaurant, whatever, but like, this right here should not be your selling point. Google boobs, trust me. This guy looks like a stand-up,
He looks like Anthony Hopkins' grandfather.
Might as well Google that, see what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
You stop it.
Slow down, baby. Bro, and then just look at this guy. Something about him, he's given.
That's
off
crazy.
These
Foodie
Disney
would
villain
move
vibes,
into
right?
that place
like
tragically.
I can't put my finger on it.
Anthony,
okay, before we even start this one, yes, this is not a Walmart fail, but you know what? Whatever, close enough, right?
What
Bro, this dude came up to the store like a Mandalorian NPC, like he's just on the hunt for Grogu. And if you take a look at his outfit, he looks like, like a scuba geared out, like Darth Vader, but then he got the outside G-string like he was Quail Man from Doug. Boy, if you don't get... All right, y'all, let's talk about this, right?
Oh, no.
So,
nope.
One of the biggest reasons people don't let people wear shoes in their house is because shoes are dirty. 99 or actually
I'm gonna stop him right there because in my house it's socks, barefoot. I know some people get mad. You don't tell me. One of my good friends hates being told to take his shoes off. But in my culture, you don't wear shoes around all the floors of the house. It's just not done. There's a shoe area. It's a nice carpeted area that you put your shoes on so that you can walk around and don't scuff my fucking floors up. Because as y'all know from the pictures, I've got natural floors, wood floors. So I'm nitpicky about that. I would never go barefoot in a fucking Walmart. That is crazy. During the winter, I got my socks on. During the summer, I'm barefoot. But not outside. That is craziness. And I lived in the South for years. You know, that's a good way to get some kind of fucking parasite or a bite on your foot. No. This is 90%
of the time, your shoes have dookie on them, right? You don't see it, but they got fecal matter. It's disgusting, right?
Socks, shoes are slippers.
Dirty.
There's no reason
for you
to have
be out here barefoot. You walk into the car, you're walking to the store, like you're disgusting. You're disgusting, and then to have your child out here barefoot with you. Like that's got to be some form of child abuse.
Yep.
And then the person up above her got socks on, like that's helping. Bro, if you're out here raw dogging the Walmart floor with your bare feet and you just heel toeing down the candy aisles, I'm calling the police immediately.
12 years dungeon, all of you.
All right, y'all. So story time, and I just want to talk about this. Right, we got this skeleton of a octopus or a squid or whatever, bro. They don't have no bones. Like, come on, bro. And they might have like something, but they don't have like bones like this.
This
right?
is a skeleton.
My thing is that when kids see this type of stuff, and also $270, what? Get this? That's way too expensive. But anyways, so when kids see this type of stuff, that's what they're like. Oh, you know, octopuses or
No, they have no bones.
They got bones.
My
right?
kid will correct that in a heartbeat
I'll
because
never
he's
forget,
studying marine studies.
I thought Fruit Loops was spelled like fruit was spelled with 2 O's because that's how Fruit Loops spelled it. F-R-O-O-T. No. I mean, in the English language, that makes sense because 2 O. But bro, you got people out here learning from stupidness to be like, what? All right, y'all. I feel like, cool, you got a nice little Benz, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you got a nice car, park far away, whatever, right? But if you got the audacity to take up 4 spots, you deserve everything coming to your vehicle.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what Walmart, they're
Walmart,
like, no, we don't
it's
have this.
the Ratchet
not
Central.
In
It is a Waffle House,
you
Spirit
close,
Airlines
bro,
Central.
You deserve every TP.
And who the fuck is driving the Benz to Walmart, taking up all those spaces?
So, speaking of cars, flexing a suede Maserati at Walmart is absolute insanity. I just feel like I couldn't do this.
I feel like this is
let
Florida.
Me get a suede anything
I feel like
type of
this
car.
is Florida.
I feel like it'd be all nice out,
Florida
you know,
would
bright
be
and
this
sunny, and then all of a
stupid.
sudden it would rain with my luck. Like I just have this musty suede car. Okay,
wow.
So after the stuff we saw in this video, I can't even be mad at this one because I'd rather rock these hooves than be barefoot at Walmart.
That's
you know what I mean?
weird.
Because if you see me gallop up out of there with some hooves, like, mind your business.
They are
but if you
smart.
see me barefoot,
Octopuses can
call
get
police.
out of different situations. I love them. I've learned so much since
you never know.
Kiddo's
These
been a
hooves
big
might
fan
make
of the
him low key
ocean.
faster. Imagine me in the
I think it's a definite Halloween decoration and it's a definite fail. But you thought it was an
Hear me out.
octopus.
If you see
That's
stores
crazy.
that aren't Walmart, whatever, these are Walmart activities. Because come on, bro, my man got his triple cheeked up body all up on the poultry.
No,
you about to go home and have chicken dookie tenders? I'm super good,
Ew.
bro. It's one thing to be big and like you know you can't carry your weight. Get one of those little like young jock things. What are they called? I don't know. With the little maneuverable like
little
cart things,
scooties,
right? That you can just ride on. Don't be sitting on the poultry. Don't be sitting on none of the food. Like come on, bro. That, like if you fart, now you got gassy chicken. And my thing is, it's not like he's just like leaning on the ledge or anything like that. He is just balls deep on the poultry.
Yeah.
Just some customer's food, right? He is teabagging chicken, poultry.
I'm glad I
Imagine he
watched
gets
this
up and then you're an
after I went
unsuspecting
grocery
customer and you pick
shopping,
up some
'cause
chicken breast for the fam, right?
This is nasty.
And the fam's like, dang, honey, like where'd you get this chicken from? This is seasoned really good. What's it seasoned with? I really wish I knew what happened right here. You know what I mean? Like maybe the car was too small and they couldn't fit it in. But like my thing is, you ever go to the like self-checkout or just checkout in general and like you realize things are too expensive, so you're like, oh, I'm gonna put it back, or you just ain't got enough money, so you just put it back, right? My thing is, they bought the toilet or maybe stole it and you know and they had it in the cart outside of Walmart. My thing, like, what decision making went on here? Like, hey,
I don't
you know what? We ain't got to do it. We just go outside. All right, y'all. So I'm looking at this picture. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm looking at like, what they got in the cart, like what's happening, and I'm like, what's really? I can't understand it. I'm looking at the people like in the background, and then I'm like, all right, look a little closer.
Wait.
And then I look a little closer, and then I'm like, ain't no way. There's a baby under there. There's no way. There's got to be a doll. But then again, I'm thinking, you know what? This is people at Walmart. Like, bro, this baby under the groceries fighting for their life.
Are all nerds as good as you?
This is why I love the Fresh Prince of Yup, though, for real. That was hilarious. I want to thank y'all all for sitting in for this live, the calling out the Heffa. Like I said, we did the funky side with Current Chantel and Cloud Chantel. We did the fresh side, well, the funky side with the Tofia Chu family, which we'll get back to next week. And the fun side with Dank, Fupa, and Fresh Prince of Yup. I'm going to get ready to wrap this up, y'all. This was just so much fun. If you haven't subscribed to any of these creators, please consider subscribe to them. They are all so talented. But I'm going to get ready to go check on Action Wolf because he gets ready to go on lunch in about 15-20 minutes. And I just want to thank you all for sitting in. I will let you know how the Dolly, because I found the Dolly brownie mix, so I want to see how those come out. The box is adorable. I will take pictures of the finished product. But I am going to wrap this up. No Minnesota goodbyes this week. Thank you all so much for sitting in. And I appreciate you. Shout out to the replay gang, because I know some of you have been doing the replay and saying that you're sorry you missed it. It's no problem. My plan for now is to do these every Saturday afternoon as I can, from at least 1 or between 1 and 4. That's the time frame that I have free. And hopefully during the summer, I can switch it up and add some more days. But I definitely want to thank you all for tuning in. And I am going to see you all soon.